Hello friends. Few days earlier, one of the students asked me how to write a good essay. She was not able to write good essay from the last few exams, and she was not getting good marks. So she's confused, like why I am not getting good marks in the essay. What is the problem? So I have decided to tell you how to write a good essay in your UPSC mains examination. So let's start. So first of all, you should understand the importance of the essay. Essay is the extremely important part of your whole UPSC journey because it is the most scoring part. All right, and it decides the final ranking. If you are not able to score good in essay, then just forget about your UPSC dream. So you have to score good in essay in order to get a good rank, and the whole essay, it just depends on the right approach, how you are going to write the essay, as well as logical exposition. So there should be means logical exposition means that here every statement should have some proof, or it should flow from the previous statement. It should not just come abruptly. There should be continuity in your essay. It should not be totally discontinuous. And so I will tell you in this particular video how to do that. And relevance to the topic is very important. Sometimes we just deviate from the topic, and we write anything, means whatever is not asked, or whatever is not the theme of the essay, still we are writing those things which are totally irrelevant. So that results in very less marks. So you should be totally relevant and totally committed towards what is asked in the essay. And the thing, how to do that is very simple. First of all, you have to read again and again your essay topic and think whatever dimensions can come in your mind. All just think about how much you know about that particular essay, and then just write down. Just keep on writing somewhere. You get some 4 or 5 pages for rough also in the essay paper. So just write down everything that comes in your mind regarding that particular topic, and after that you have to just make it systematic, and that will result in a good essay. So I will show you how to do that. And this is also important that you need a little bit of practice. Also, you need to write the essay, and right mental approach is also needed. So I was thinking about taking some essay tests, like I was taking previously general studies tests, and so I may do some experimentation or competition for essay, and you can participate in that and try your luck. Okay. Then coming on the methods of how to write the essay. First method is heading and subheading method. So here you will start with the introduction, and you will just underline it. Then after that you will write your first subheading, then second subheading, and you will write the content in front of those subheadings. And the best part is that here it becomes easier for you to manage the things, because whatever heading you have written, you are writing just about that here. And these headings can be decided previously before you start writing the essay, like in your rough work. So it is a structured essay, and Gaurav Agrawal sir used this method in order to get good marks. And in this, if you are going to write this particular method, just make sure that you have a lot of content, and you are writing very relevant points. Actually, that is important for every method. And second method is no subheadings, nothing. You just write the topic of the essay on the question paper, and then you just start writing your essay, and you continuously write it until you end it, and there is no sub paragraph, nothing. Not sub paragraph, subheading. But you have a lot of paragraphs, like you will start this particular paragraph, and this, if this is your page, say for example, so let's say this is your first paragraph, then your second paragraph is like this, third paragraph could be like bigger, then on the next page your fourth paragraph could be just one single line, then fifth paragraph could be like again big paragraph. So this way, in different paragraphs you complete your whole essay. So that is the second method. And now we will see how to write it exactly. So structure of the essay, we will start with the introduction. So how to write the introduction, because believe me, introduction is the most important part in your essay. And even I sometimes I feel like conclusion also comes after introduction. In introduction itself, you can have such a image of yourself, you can make the examiner feel like this is the guy or this is the person's essay which I want to read at any cost. He is so much interesting, so you generate the interest of the examiner in your introduction. See, you write like 13 or 14 pages, right? And if you want someone to read 14 pages of your writing, that means that you should introduce him with such a fluency and such introduction such that he becomes totally perplexed. He is like thinking like what this person is going to write in his essay. So just create that suspense in your introduction, as well as just tell him that I am going to discuss this, and let's start. So that way he will feel like, okay, let's see what he has written, like that. So these are some of the methods by which you can generate the interest of the examiner. First is anecdote, that is writing short story type essay. So we will start with a single short story about something, and then we will means show a lot of problems in that particular short story, and we will then find the solutions in subsequent part of the essay. Then second method is asking questions. So this is also a popular method in the previous examination, means previous mains. There are two essays. I started one essay with anecdote and second essay is with questions. So in this questions method, what you do is you ask a lot of questions like why this is not happening, what could have been the possible reasons of not happening, what could be done, why this is this, so that is that, like that. Means why, how, when, where, what, like these things. You just ask a lot of questions in the introduction itself. It's like we are going to find the answer of all these questions in our subsequent essay, so just stay tuned, like that. And these particular approaches, and I wrote in single no subheading way. So my essay was totally without any headings or subheadings. I wrote not a single quote, not a single poem, nothing. Means no beautification was there, just my essay was totally relevant to the question asked, and I started it well. So I got 142 marks in my essay paper, and that I think is good enough if you are able to achieve that much. So just be assured that you are in one of the top marks in essay, and that is more than enough to get you an interview call. So, and the third is hypothetical scenario, that instead of writing any established story, you just make your own story. So actually I made my own story. My story is hypothetical, and you can use anecdote, which is popular, but I used this hypothetical scenario to introduce my essay. And this is very important, that is thesis statement. This is the crux of whole introduction. And when I am talking about thesis statement, I am not just saying you to write one single statement. This thesis statement could be like even a full paragraph. It is not like just a single line or two lines which is your thesis. It could be your whole introductory paragraph. And what do you mean by thesis? The thesis statement means that you have to tell that what is your stance. Means you have to tell the preliminary cause of how you are going to tackle the question, and what will be your stance in the particular essay topic. So in the introduction itself, you almost tell the examiner that this will be my approach, and I am going to uh, say for or against the essay topic. So this is important. This is really important, and I will show you after some time with some example how to obtain the thesis statement. Okay. So these are some of the points that tell in this part what will be your central argument in the whole essay. Talk about all aspects we are going to analyze in the essay, and almost your whole essay, whatever you are going to talk about, should be in a very small fraction should be covered in your introduction part. And if you want to get some good introduction, how to write good introduction, you can go and read the social and political life books of NCERT class 6 7th, and even all the sociology books of class 6 7th, and you will come to know that how to write good introductions, because NCERTs are the best introducers I have ever seen. So you can remember and learn from there. And also this is important that do not conclude anything. You have to just ask questions. You don't have to give the answer, or you don't have to give your final proposition that this is the final conclusion. So conclusion should not come in your introduction. It should come in conclusion only, that okay, we have analyzed all the problems and finally this is the solution. So the conclusion should be in the end. This is very important. So just ask the questions and then find answers in the body part. Okay, so first part is introduction, then comes body. Okay, so body has been, I have divided that into two parts, body part 1 and body part 2. So what happens in part 1? So part 1 is all about negativity. You have to just make the examiner sad. Means not sad, you have to just tell all the negative things about that particular topic, that what are the problems that our country is facing, what are the challenges that society is facing, multinational companies or multinational countries are facing, ethnicity, climate change, global warming. You can talk about anything, but it should be relevant to the topic given. It's not like you can talk about something like ethnicity in something like manufacturing. It depends, you can relate it, but the thing is that here you have to talk all about the negativity. Here negativity means all the problems. Just talk about all the problems, why the problems are occurring, what is the cause of the problem, what are the consequences of the problem, but don't give the solutions. Okay, and discuss in detail all the problems. And after discussing why problems are occurring and what are the alternatives, that is, just discuss about what could be done, what could be the possible solutions. And also tell that what are the uh, steps that have been taken till now and why they have been failed to solve the problem, and who are the culprits, who are the persons who should be changed in order to better the present situation. So body part 1 means after introduction you have to write all the problems, that's it. And then comes the body part 2. So when you have written all the problems, then after that you have to write all the solutions. So introduction, then problems, then solutions, then conclusion. This is the standard way of writing some or a particular essay. And also if you are using that heading and subheading way, so in that method you can actually analyze the problems and solution in a particular subheading also. Say for example, this is your subheading, so here you can start with the problems, then their solutions, and then conclusion, then again in subheading problem, solution, conclusion. So this is like writing a lot of mini essays. So when you use this introduction, then heading, subheading type, so you write a lot of essays in a single essay. But when you use a single paragraph type, so then you actually write a single essay with the introduction, then negativity, then positivity, then conclusion, like that. So body part 2, and now talk about how to choose the right alternative. You have already discussed what are the alternatives in front of you, and also give evidences why you chose a particular approach, why you are inclined toward a particular solution, and give solutions to all the major and minor problems that you have discussed in body part 1. So the examiner comes to know that okay, you just don't talk about negativity only, you have some positive aspects also, you know the solutions, and you know how to tackle the problems in the society. And after that you have to just conclude the essay. When you have discussed that this should be done, that should be done, this improvement should be done, like that, so just conclude. And conclusion should automatically flow from your arguments. It's not like you have to make some particular conclusion is already means shown in your body, it automatically flows. Like what you will conclude is means apparent, it is not something in vague. So don't start any new argument in the concluding part. This is also important, and this is because whatever argumentation that you have to do, whatever analysis, critical analysis, questions, counter questions, all you have done in introduction and body part. Don't start something new or some new point in conclusion part. Just conclude whatever you have written in your body and introduction. Okay, and also in the last paragraph conclude with hope and vision for the better future. Why? Because no matter how much dark is the light, you are going to become civil servants, you are going to become public administrators. And civil servants never lose hope, they just keep on uh, going on in any dark night. So similarly, you have to be hopeful, you have to be a visionary. You visionary means the person who is able to see some long term goal, some vision. So you should be like that. So you can conclude like this will make sure that India becomes superpower, or our constitution is followed and our democracy flourishes, or we become economic superpower. These are some of the hopeful things which you can write. Or we will obtain the gender equality, like that. So you're administrator and problem solvers, just remember that. So this is the one of the approach of writing a good essay. Okay, and I haven't told you how to write body. Some people are confused like how to write the body. So this is a very good example, that is pestle analysis. Just remember this word pestle. P stands for political, E for economical, S for social, T for technology, that is science, scientific, A for anthropological, that is effect on humans and human effect, then L for legal. So these are some of the aspects that you can discuss in your body part. Say for example, any issue on education is given, so you can talk about political aspects of education. Then what are the economical effects, why the people are not able to get good education, because they don't have money, and then higher education is costly. Then social, like many people live in rural areas where they don't have schools, or Muslims don't want to send their school means girls to schools, or girls are not going to school because toilets are not there. So then technology, that we are not using IT, e-education, then digital connectivity. Then what else you can use in technology in education? You can think about all the technologies. Then anthropological, like what are the problems that are caused by humans, that is corruption and maladministration, lack of quality of teachers, lack of quality of students, lack means all about man. And then legal means all the education acts like 2000s, your 86th Amendment Act to the Constitution. Then your education uh, to means primary education to 6 to 14 years children made a fundamental right, like that. So here you can see that when you write pestle analysis about anything, so when you write body part one, when you are writing all about problems, so you can easily analyze what are the political problems, economic, social, technological, and legal problems, like that. So it becomes very easy actually to formulate an essay. You don't have to apply too much brain, or you will not lose any particular aspect. And this makes your essay look really nice, because you have talked about so many dimensions. The dimensions are crucial. Your essay should not be like you are talking about just one particular argument, and you are just talking about only economy, or only the quality of the education, or only midday meal only. You have to talk about as many angles as possible. You should be like you can think from so many angles, so it becomes very easy if you do pestle analysis of body part one. And similarly, when you do body part two, you have to just give pestle solutions, or whatever pestle problems you have given, just give solutions of there in body part two. Okay, so this is how you write your body introduction and how you write your conclusion. Okay, let's take some example. All right, so this is the question paper of 2014 which I gave last year. And in this particular essay, as you can see, that essay is of 250 marks, in which I got 142. And I believe that all of you can get means around 130 to 150 if you follow all these directions. Because the thing is that if you follow a certain scientific method, so you cannot be totally wrong. You will be writing something very means systematic, and that will make sure that the examiner gives you good marks. So just don't worry about essay. Every one of you can get really good marks in essay. So let's read the question paper specific instructions. What are that? That essay must be written in medium authorized in means you have to write in English, and also write in, also there is space provided. Now fixed space is provided, only 12, I think 12 or 13 pages were provided for a single essay, and you have to write two essays, so means you have to write 26 pages almost in 3 hours, and that is good enough time, because writing 13 pages in 1.5 hours is not that much difficult. Believe me, I was having 15 minutes extra when I completed my essay, but that 15 minutes I used for underlining the keywords or key ideas in my essay, and making it a little bit of beautiful, and also checking my grammar mistakes and any English mistakes that I did. So these things make sure that when the person who is actually going to read your essay, he does not become frustrated due to your grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes, or such mistakes that they are just means very ordinary, but they just frustrate the examiner. So that's why you have to write an essay in such a way that 15 minutes are left for revision. So this 15-minute revision actually will increase your marks by 10, believe me. And this word limit is not that much important. You can write as much as you want, because they are ultimately going to give you only 13 pages to write a single essay, and you have to write two essays. And if you leave any portion blank, so just cancel that. Say for example, this is your page and here you have concluded your essay, so just cross it like this. A single line will be more than enough. Okay, or you can also do like this, that this is your essay finished, so you can just draw a line here and put some star here, here, and here. So it's like, okay, my essay is finished. Okay, then let's take the example then. So here you have to write two essays, as it is written here, that write two essays choosing one from each of the section A and B in about 1000 to 1200 words each. Every essay is of 125 marks. So in section A you have four essays, in section B you have four essays, and I want to tell you a very important thing, that when you will go and write the essays, so there will be a section A written on the front page of your essay booklet. So there you start the essay, and after 13 pages there will be section B started. So if you finish your section A essay in like let's say 10 pages, and still 3 pages are left, so you have to just cross all those 3 pages and then continue your essay from section B. It's not like just after you have completed section A you just read the question from here and start writing from there. So every section has definite space in examination, and a lot of people did this mistake, so I hope that you people don't do that. And let's see what are the questions, how to choose the questions. So the best way to choose the questions about essay is that just read all the topics given, okay? And when you read all these, one of the essays out of these four will automatically means come to you, like this is the essay which I should write, or maybe two essays will come to you which you will think like I am comfortable with that, I know the content about this particular topic. So always choose the topic which you know that you can write, means you should have content, a lot of information you should have in order to write a good essay. And the essay should not be taken just because you have like 5 points, but it should be always be taken if you have 25 points about that particular essay. So information do matters, and don't choose essay based on your emotions. Just leave emotions, be totally scientific, be totally practical. Take that essay in which you can write, and write good content, okay? So say for example, this is the first essay, that with greater power comes greater responsibility. So this is a philosophical type essay, and you, if you know a lot of anecdotes and stories and life of great leaders and how they have challenged the, means how they have used their power, so this way you can choose it. So the content is important. If you are good in philosophy, then only take it, otherwise leave such type of essays. Then the second is the growing level of competition good for youth? So again, here they are asking very specific question, that you have to talk about just these things. Growing level of competition. So you have to talk about competition and how it is growing, and is it good for youth or bad for youth? These are two of the dimensions, and you have to write your whole essay based on only these two things. So just make sure that you have a lot of aspects about these particular things, otherwise you won't be able to complete your whole essay. And if you are deviating from the topic, then automatically it means that your marks will be reduced. So choose it wisely. Then the third topic is, are the standardized tests good measure of academic ability or progress? So this particular essay I wrote, and I wrote it because it was very clear. Here they are talking about standardized test. If you know about this particular term, then only you can write this. Then they are asking about, are they good measure of academic ability or progress? So they are, this is a straight question. And I told them, means my thesis was clear that standardized tests are good measure of only academic ability but not progress. That was my thesis statement. And I started with the story that there is a class in which 40 students are there, and top 10 are good in maths and science, but others are not that much good. Others are good in arts, music, sports, social service, and all those things, folk dance. So they have their own capability, their own talent, and it's not like they are something, means when a science subject or maths examination is taken, so they will be back because they don't have competence in that. And my theme was that no child should be left back. Like that, I talked about that we should take care of each and every child so that they progress in their life. Education is just for the character building, for developing good habits, good attitude, aptitude, skills, so that they can get good jobs, and that should not depend on just measuring their ability on certain subjects like science or maths. So this was my argument, and I wrote quite well. And then this particular topic, words are sharper than the two-edged sword. So just leave such type of essays because this is a totally philosophical here. So there is no connectivity at all. If you are really good philosopher, then also if you will write the essay and examiner is not able to connect to you, then you can get really bad marks. So always write the essay which you are good, means which you are confirmed that you can write very good. And this is how you choose the essays. So we can think, I can read these essays also, that what was it, the policy paralysis or the paralysis of implementation which slowed the growth of the country? Here they are talking about policy paralysis and paralysis of implementation, that is paralysis of administration. So here if you have points you can write about this particular topic, otherwise leave it. Then second topic is sting operation and invasion on privacy. So here they are talking about right to privacy. If you have enough points, also this is something related to contemporary affairs. So if you are totally aware with the contemporary things, then only write, otherwise leave it. Then this is the topic which I wrote, 50 golds in Olympics, can this be a reality for India? Here you have to just sell them a dream. You have to just tell that, okay, this means, see, the thing is that nothing is impossible, right? We are a country which is having more than 1 billion population. So it's not like we cannot do this, or this cannot be a reality for India or any other country. It could be reality, just that right approach is needed. So it was very clear topic and I chose it. I could have chosen also this particular topic, tourism. Can this be the next big thing for India? Is a hell lot of content to write about tourism. You can talk about so many things, means almost whole India. You can talk about different climate, different places. What are the challenges in tourism? How tourism will generate job, and what are the connecting industry in the tourism? How it is generating forex reserves, and our historical traditions, culture, society. Means I think that if I start writing about tourism, I can write a book on tourism. So this was the easiest topic, and I did not choose that, but I got good marks, so that is okay. But this is the topic that I wrote, 50 gold medals. And here I started with a lot of questions, that why India cannot make, rather than why India means could. So that's all about essay, I think. And yeah, so this is all about essay. Thank you so much for listening to my lecture. And I also thank a lot to those people who have contributed financially in my voluntary fund. And thank you so much, guys. I love you all. And bye bye. Take care.